And in related news, lawmakers in the upper house on Friday debated the energy situation facing Jamaica at present due to the war in the Middle East. And as you'll hear in this report, fingers are being pointed by the opposition and the government for why the situation is threatening to get worse for Jamaicans. First came the price increases at the gas stations. Then came the warning of imminent increases in electricity bills. Jamaicans are now facing the full brunt of the fallout from the war. Businessman turned lawmaker Senator Roman Small Ferguson says the policies of the JLP-led administration have not prepared Jamaicans for times like these.
If there was a sustained hedging framework, Mr. President, if that was in place, some of this burden could be mitigated. Instead, the resources have been diverted to other purposes.
A special consumption tax introduced nearly 10 years ago was to work as a sort of insurance for bad times like now, when world fuel prices became unpredictable. But instead of that so-called insurance, the opposition senator reasoned Jamaicans will, in essence, end up paying more taxes once oil prices remain volatile.
In effect, Mr. President, we continue to collect the premium, but we've discontinued the insurance. And now we're seeing the consequences. Since the start of the year, Mr. President, oil prices across the board are up over 60%. And they're hovering now near to $100 per barrel, well below the $60+ per barrel estimate that I understand is assumed in the budget. This is not a marginal shift, Mr. President. It's a fundamental change in one of the most important cost drivers in our economy.
In response, the government's very own freshly minted business leader turned Senator Keith Duncan focused more on the long-term solutions to the energy situation in the country.
There should be a sustained focus on bringing down the cost of energy to increase competitiveness and productivity. There will be strategic projects around energy, which will be a part of the portfolio of projects that will be executed. Also, with the negotiations with the Jamaica Public Service, we expect, or others that may come to the table, we expect that this will be an objective to bring down the cost of energy.
On Friday, global oil prices climbed to their highest levels in nearly 4 years. The increases followed ongoing attacks by the USA, Israel, and Iran on each other, and come as the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio indicated the war will go on for another 2 to 4 weeks. In addition to a surge in oil prices, global food supply was also described as facing, quote, a dangerous bottleneck, end quote, as fertilizer prices and related inputs climbed between 30 to 60%.